Hello and welcome to TelecomTV. I'm Martyn Warwick. We're here in sunny California in San Francisco at IDF, the Intel Developers Forum. And I'm talking with Deepak Rana, Director Systems and Technology Market Development at Intel, and also with Vasu Sankhavaram, who is with HP, where he is Chief Technologist and Strategist, NFV Business Unit. Gentlemen, welcome. Sorry for the lengthy introduction. Now, let's look at it like this. Technical specification of NFV is complete to all intents and purposes. We know the technology works. It's gone from proof of concept through the labs to some limited deployments, commercial deployments. They're small at the moment, such as they are, and so on. But that's working. Your job in your collaborative partnership is to accelerate this network transformation process and the deployment of NFV. How are you doing it? In terms of what the CSPs want, they're a bit baffled in many cases. They're not sure whether the culture is quite slow to change. They're a bit baffled by that, but they know they need it and they know they've got to make some money somewhere.
Absolutely.
So what do you do? How does that collaborative performance help the CSPs?
What I'll do is I'll talk about a couple of things. One is from what Intel and HP are doing jointly from an infrastructure perspective, and then I'll talk about our application ecosystem. So on the former, earlier we used to have, on the telco side or even on the IT side, before virtualization and cloud, you essentially had the hardware, you had the operating system with patches and drivers, and then you had the application. And then one or more application would come together as a service, right? Fairly straightforward, 3 or 4 layers. And now with virtualization and cloud, we have umpteen more layers. So one of the first things that what we are doing is creating a vertically integrated stack that provides at least what HC talks about as the NFVI, the NFV infrastructure layer, and coupled with the virtualized infrastructure management or VIM layer. So what we are providing is a fully vertically integrated infrastructure component, which is called the NFV systems. And this includes systems, compute and control, storage and networking, all racked, stacked, cabled. And what it allows CSPs to do is to use it as a starter kit or an expansion kit for placing their NFV workloads. And indeed, down the line, when we look at a convergence between the NFV as well as the non-NFV worlds, looking at non-NFV workloads as well at some point down the line. So essentially, that's what we're providing by making use of our HP compute, which is dependent on the Intel IA architecture based on the ONP reference architecture. We have a couple of different flavors of storage, store virtual and 3PAR, as well as the top of the rack networking. And then we have the Helion OpenStack, which provides the virtualized infrastructure capability as well as the associated management software. HP, we're really proud to be one of the top contributors to OpenStack as well as Open Daylight. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, we are the #1 contributor and reviewer within OpenStack. So we are tracking very closely with the community in terms of the various OpenStack projects. So that's on the infrastructure side. And on the application side, what we are trying to do is, now that we have a really nice NFV platform, we want to make sure that we are reducing the guesswork out of adopting the various different applications, the VNFs. And so this is where we are working with several partners, both on the HP side with the HP Open NFV program, as well as with Intel with the Network Builders program, in making sure that we can validate the various functionality and the performance and the onboarding, the basic life cycle of these different applications, whether it's CPE, whether it's EPC, whether it's IMS, and so on and so forth. So we are working very closely with partners as well as with our customers to make sure that we're reducing the risk and cost associated with adopting those applications.
Over to you, Vasu. Last words with you.
Okay. So if I was to draw a metaphorical similar or parallel, imagine the PC world in which HP is delivering a fully operational PC with operating system, with the robust platform and the application to a business customer to open it, turn the power on, and deploy. How does HP do it? it is buying hardware, some of the reference designs from Intel. Simultaneously, it is either developing on its own some of the applications or operating system, some it is getting from outside. But in the process, HP is ensuring that they're working properly. The end customer sees them working nicely, the validation part. And then HP takes the front role in making sure when the customer yells or they call back, that one throat to choke, and that they are able to handle. And I must add, HP has done extremely well in that business for a very, very long time, 20, 30 plus years. There's almost a virtual parallel to that in the NFV deployment. The uncertainty, I would remind, it was Thomas Watson, IBM guy, said there's only use case for 5 computers on the planet. So while there are skeptics in the NFV world, they have been, slowly and steadily they're all turning into converts. And now when the acceptance is increasing, the mechanisms to deliver platform solution and a turnkey solution in a package form are beginning to shape and come about.
Gentlemen, we're out of time. Fascinating stuff. There's a lot more we could touch on, but we are indeed out of time. So all it leaves me to do is say Deepak Rana and Vasu Sankaravan, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks,
Thank
Martyn.
you. Thanks for the invite. Thanks, Martyn.
Thank you.